What's up guys, it's N-Freak here, and I'm here to do another hardware review of the amazing Virtual Boy. Now, I kind of stressed that amazing a little too much, but this thing was Nintendo's biggest flop ever. It was their worst selling console, and it was just a complete failure on all parts. Now this thing, the Virtual Boy was released in 1995, and it was actually discontinued 1 year after it was made. It was pushed into the market way too fast. Nintendo just pushed it in the market so they could focus their development more on the Nintendo 64 and just focus on that, which might have been a good idea. I don't know. It's their decision, but there was only 14 games released on it. I own 3 of them. So I own almost 1/5 of the games on the Virtual Boy, and it was actually the Virtual Boy was actually created by Gunpei Yokoi, the same person who came up with the idea of the Game Boy. And his story is kind of sad. If you want to look that up, it's a really sad but interesting story. But yeah, Gunpei Yokoi thought of this. He thought it'd be the future of gaming. And yeah, this was the first console also used to have 3D gaming right out of the box. So you could just plug it in and you'd have 3D gaming. You no need for glasses or anything, because this would be the Virtual Boy. And this was actually marketed as a portable device. As you can see, it came with a stand, so you could use that, but we'll detach that for now. And here's the actual console itself. It's very big, and it actually feels like a good system, like it feels well made. But these things were infamous for actually breaking down. Like one of the eyes like you see here, you look into the system, and one of the eyes, the left or right eye, would sometimes go bad, and nothing would show up on one of those eyes, and it was known for doing that. Now up here, you've got a little slider to focus. You can see that it says focus up there, and right here is something, I don't know what it does. I think it just moves around the image a little bit, but I didn't really use that much. Down here, this is actually the game cartridge slot. So if I take a game here, Wario Land, I'd put it down this way actually, and it just slips in like that. And that's where you put the stand. This is actually the controller port. So the controller goes in here, and there's an extension port that I have no idea if it was supposed to be used for multiplayer or something, but I don't believe it was ever used. Right here, you just got a little Nintendo logo. And this is the main part of the system where you look into. This flap can actually be detached, but it was used for to make it more dark, so you could actually see. And the way this created a 3D image was you look through both eyepieces, and it would display 2 images to each, an image to each eye, so that creates the 3D image. And this thing, it has a red, the graphics are red. It just uses a bunch of LED lights that are red, and it's absolutely terrible. It hurts your eyes, and it makes your head feel terrible. Now, this thing, the games were actually not too terrible. Like I said, Wario Land was a pretty decent game. It was actually a reason to own one. And then another game I have, Vertical Force, is a pretty fun shoot 'em up. And then Mario Tennis, as far as the controller goes, it was very unique. You had 2 different D-pads used to simulate 3D movement in like a 3D environment, and you just had 2 AB buttons just like a Game Boy, and start and select. And this is actually your power switch for the game console. You see on-off switch right here. It's a very, very comfortable console. I mean, a controller, and it feels really, really light and not well built. But you've also got 2 shoulder buttons here, and this is where you would put the battery pack. You could either have a battery pack that uses 6 AA batteries, or an AC adapter, which is what I have, and which is the only thing you should be using. But the controller is actually very decent and a lot better than I expected when I got it. I think overall the Virtual Boy was actually, it was a decent console with pretty decent games. It was just the fact that it would hurt your head and the red LED lights did nothing to help you. But overall, if you want to pick up this console, I don't think it's worth it if you're just a casual game player, because it goes for upwards of $70 to $100 online, depending on what games come with it. And this is just good for, I think, a collector. And it's a good collector's item to have just for the hell of it. So, yeah, that's basically the Virtual Boy. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it.